about?
We should come up with Bitcoin names, crypto coin names.
Oh, God.
Skitten coin. There we go.
And
Done.
Chavez coin.
Done.
All right.
Catch me outside, bitch. How about that?
I never understood Bitcoin when it was happening.
Right.
Now is Bitcoin even still a thing?
Imagine you want to buy something, but if you use money, you'll go to jail. Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's how I understand it. Is that not what it's for?
All I know about Bitcoin is that people, like, they used to talk about it in, like, Criminal Minds and all those other shows. They'd be like, they use Bitcoin in the dark web to fuel their dark desires, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Yeah, illicit desires.
Yeah.
I think it must still be a thing because how else do you launder money?
Okay.
If not through the bit.
I mean, it's obviously through mattress stores, but other than that.
That and Arby's.
Hey, we went to Arby's and it was pretty tasty.
We went to Arby's and the people were so nice that
really
worked
nice.
there. It shocked me.
Yeah.
But it's because they don't have to work. I would be happy too if I got paid and
Arby's. What up, Hope Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten back at it again. I brought my husband here with me. I didn't really want to.
He
just kind of showed up.
I forced my way in.
Do you
live here? I do too now.
He's squatter. He's
squatter rights.
declaring his squatter's rights. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are staying safe and sanitized. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and check out that Tier Zoo video and the Zay Frank video. That is mine.
Is a threat that you will do it.
I'm super excited to see what this video has in store for us. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Now, as someone who doesn't get very emotionally attached to a financial investment, shoutouts to my future children, I think the best way to introduce Bitcoin is with a quote from Sun Tzu's famous blog post, The Art of War, where he said, "I fear not the man who's read 1,000 crypto white papers, I fear the man who's read one crypto white paper 1,000 times. Because if you go on crypto Twitter, God forbid, there's no more common way to dismiss Bitcoin skeptics than simply saying, do the work. So a few years ago, that led me to set aside a day to really dive into and study the Bitcoin white paper. One morning I sat down, had way too much coffee, which for me is one, opened the PDF and started reading. After just 5 minutes, I sat back and thought, wow. Because there wasn't any more pages. Not knocking the content, but if anyone tells you they did the work, just know what they meant was they read a pamphlet. In brief, the reason the Bitcoin network was innovative was because in 2008, anonymous...
You're tickling me. What are you tickling me for?
Why did you push me away so violently?
Well, you were tickling me. What's the point?
I was just touching your leg.
Ticklishly. You want to have a tickle war? We can do it right now. You want to go there? We'll go there. Huh?
Is it okay if I touch your leg?
Hell no. Hell no. No. Hands to yourself. Now learn about some Bitcoin.
But if anyone tells you they did the work...
Girl, I'll fight right now. Go ahead. Fight me. I don't care. I don't even care. I don't even need no more invitation.
I'm not tickling you. I was just touching your leg.
It's on site. Skitten.
Okay, look,
if that is your real name.
Look, is this good?
No.
Not knocking the content, but if anyone tells you they did the work, just know what they meant was they read a pamphlet. In brief, the reason the Bitcoin network was innovative was because in 2008, anonymous chess grandmaster Satoshi Nakamoto proposed a solution to a problem that had been plaguing digital currencies for decades, which is if I want to buy 2 large pizzas from Papa John's, but I have no cash to do it, how do I send the money digitally without a financial institution having to verify the transaction between us?
Right.
2 years later, this transaction was successfully performed, although at today's Bitcoin price, those 2 pizzas cost about $615 million.
Damn.
About the same as the entirety of Papa John's market cap at the time.
Damn.
While at first glance it seems like a fairly practical problem to solve, it doesn't really explain why the price has gone up over 500 million% while I didn't have any. Bitcoin maximalists say that Bitcoin has gone up so much because one day it'll become the new global reserve currency, replacing all fiat on Earth and be worth tens of millions a coin. But then there's a whole other group of Bitcoin skeptics that say it's a scam and all going to zero.
Right.
First of all, it's not possible for Bitcoin to go to zero because a guy on Reddit said he'd buy all 21 million for 1 cent each. There's also no way it can go to tens of millions a coin because that would put its evaluation at about $400 trillion. This doesn't make any sense because the Bitcoin network doesn't even sell AI graphics cards. Now that we know the proper price of Bitcoin is somewhere between 1 cent and $10 million,
right.
how do we know which direction it's going to go?
Helpful.
If you look at what the experts say, legendary investor Charlie Munger called Bitcoin rat poison,
Damn.
which is clearly bearish. But if you take Michael Saylor, chairman of the Bitcoin options trading vehicle MicroStrategy, he'll tell you, Bitcoin is a swarm of cyber hornets serving the goddess of wisdom, feeding on the fire of truth, exponentially growing ever smarter, faster, and stronger behind a wall of encrypted energy. Which I think is bullish, but I might have to ask my shaman.
So it's a cult. You could have just started this by saying it's a cult.
Do we have anything other than like frumpy rich guy and like God? Is there any in between to give us
So
Bitcoin
like a
advice?
medium level?
Like actually fucking Zeus or just dude?
He looks like Golem.
Okay, be nicer.
Gollum? I think it's Gollum.
Skittin. He just old. That'll make him Gollum looking.
It's not my fault. That's what he looked like.
First of all, Gollum would make a great economist.
He looked like an orc.
Right?
Like,
Okay. All right. We're done.
He even got the little...
we're done. What is wrong with you?
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Am I wrong?
Say yes.
I'm not wrong.
I would also like to add that I didn't edit anything here. This is literally his Twitter profile.
Love that.
The problem I've found is that if you ask anyone who's into crypto why Bitcoin has value, the most common response is, it's digital gold.
Right.
The obvious follow-up is, why does gold have value? Which then usually devolves into because it's scarce and because people have valued it since the dawn of humanity. And while that's a great explanation for OnlyFans, this is the economic equivalent of saying it's a good store of value because it is.
Right.
On the other side, people from traditional finance often make the argument that a digital asset isn't real, so you can create an infinite amount of them, and therefore they have no value. This isn't a very good argument because if digital assets have no value, how can the founders of nearly every crypto project rug pull the whole thing to buy yachts? Now, while you shouldn't evaluate the effectiveness of a technology based on the character of people who believe in it, I certainly do anyway. And
As you
Bitcoin in
should.
particular has a strong bias towards anti-government sentiment and libertarianism. If you're not sure what that means, imagine if the government were to say, because you didn't pay your fair share, 150 people died today from an underfunded government program. This kind of thing would really rattle a libertarian because they know that their taxes would have helped the government to get at least a dozen more. Even looking at the types of people within traditional finance versus crypto, while there are some who really get it, you get the feeling that most of the people in decentralized finance aren't familiar with how the existing financial system currently works, causing them to often reinvent the wheel and run into the same mistakes that have already happened before. Take Sam Bankman-Fried and the collapse of FTX. Everyone in crypto was like, I mean, there was no oversight or transparency. Everyone knew it was possible. They're just making everything up. We just didn't think they'd do that. And that made traditional finance say, what? But what they were doing was illegal. Didn't you learn anything from 2008? And unfortunately not, because they were 12.
I was going to say,
For this
no, they
reason,
were children.
A big threat to the crypto industry has been regulation. Because there isn't any. You can go on Binance, buy 75 times levered Dogecoin futures without a single confirmation window, and in 25 seconds you'll either make 3 times your money or lose everything. Which, let's be honest, is pretty fucking awesome. Well, this has begun changing a lot in the last few years after so many people were losing all their money repeatedly. There is a lot of environmental criticism, which, let's be honest, is pretty fucking awesome.
Fucking sick, dude.
Well, this has begun changing a lot in the last few years after so many people were losing all their money repeatedly. There is a lot of environmental criticism brought towards crypto because the process of mining new Bitcoin is extremely energy intensive, as the process is done by brute forcing math problems with a huge amount of compute.
Yeah. BT dubs, in case you guys didn't know, Bitcoin mining is horrendous for the environment. Also, so are your little AI generators. ChatGPT, terrible for the environment, in case you didn't know, which I feel like a lot of people don't.
I thought you were just going to say you're bad for the environment also, just as an aside.
Damn, no.
I see what you're saying. No, I'm with you now. AI, Bitcoin, those are the problems, not me. I'm fine.
No, you're perfect, my love.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
excellent.
you. I do no wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything my husband says is right and just.
Down with the establishment. Pay me $1 million.
Was actually banned in China because the government decided the amount of energy being expended to solve arbitrary math problems was excessively wasteful.
Yeah.
And it would be much more productive to use those children for something else. Generally speaking, the single biggest concern of most people is Bitcoin's price. Because even though it doesn't produce anything in the literal sense, from the time you could easily publicly buy it as a speculator, it is one of the best performing assets of all time.
Yeah.
Critics will argue that saying Bitcoin is the best best performing asset of all time is like saying a winning $2 Powerball ticket is the best performing asset of all time. But if you bought a winning lottery ticket, you would gladly look that person dead in the eye and say, correct.
Exactly.
There are two popular theories of pricing Bitcoin that are thrown around enough to be worth considering.
Okay.
The first common theory is it'll take at least half the market cap from gold because they serve similar monetary purposes, which would put them both at around an $8.4 trillion market cap at today's prices, or 420K a coin. This makes a lot of sense because the biggest Bitcoin bull I personally know is the 76-year-old guy who owns the penthouse in my apartment complex who may or may not be the Baron from Dune. He owns a commercial weed farm, and while weed stocks aren't doing so well, the man needs a new backsplash for his kitchen. The second common price theory is the use of a stock-to-flow model created by Twitter user Plan B. And while I'm absolutely strawmanning this, a stock-to-flow model is like saying if you have 100 food and 100 hungry people, what happens to price when you have 50 food and 100 hungry people? The pattern then checks out in real life down to 10 food, so logically you can just keep extrapolating to predict if you have 1 crumb and 100 hungry people, how much higher would the price be for half a crumb instead?
Jesus
Using this
Christ.
model, it currently predicts the price of Bitcoin in 2030 will be $14 million a coin,
God
which is so far
damn.
beyond even the AI chip theory that the only explanation is that Kathy Wood is about to bless us with a new saga of her shonen manga. What's interesting at this point is that with the creation of Bitcoin ETFs, regulatory oversight emerging but giving the green light, and so much money from traditional finance pouring into the crypto ecosystem, purists look at their ascending token portfolio with glee as it seems like it's blue skies ahead for prices to climb even further. But some people have started to point out that as time has marched on, every day their favorite crypto assets trade more and more in lockstep with traditional financial assets, and ownership has become more and more concentrated on centralized exchanges and mainstream financial products. Even 5 years ago, the whole space was about disrupting traditional finance, but now it's about cheering on any product that lets you get exposure to the network without being part of it, in the hope it drives the price higher. Just like in Oppenheimer, it's caused some people to dim the lights, adorn their trilby, and recite with scorn, "He who fights with monsters should be careful, lest he thereby become a monster."
Now, why would you...
He put the little beard
Now,
on.
why
too,
would
on
you
the
draw
neck.
the neck beard? Why would you do this?
Tip the hat of the fedora.
That's messed up.
Why did he put piss on it?
What? That's light.
On the hat.
That's light reflecting off the thing.
I thought it was a piss hat.
Why would it be a piss hat?
I don't know.
Where
That's
did
what I'm asking.
What are you... Where is your mind
I
at?
was concerned, but it was on his face. It was just concerning.
I'm just so...
I see the outer glow now, but I thought it was in the dark.
There's literally a whole ass light source
I said
right
I see
here.
it now. It's just kind of low compared to where the...
Causing everyone else to say, "Bro, I just want to be able to afford a house one day. Can you please chill the fuck out?" In my view so far, despite a lot of people telling me they've done the work, much like the Bitcoin blockchain, I'm still looking for proof. And personally, I haven't been able to find anyone who I think really has a convincing argument for the future of the technology or the price, and it's pretty much hopes, dreams, and speculation all around. That is except for one person, a Bitcoin Talk Forum member from 2013 named GameCube, who during a huge sell-off titled the thread, "I am hodling."
I'm
Where
hodling.
he went on to say, "I typed that title twice because I knew it was wrong the first time. Still wrong. Whatever. Girlfriend's out at a lesbian bar. BTC crashing. Why am I holding? I'll tell you why. It's because I'm a bad trader, and I know I'm a bad trader. Yeah, you traders..." You good traders can spot the highs and the lows, pit pat piffy wing wong wang just like that and make $1 million bucks? Sure, no problem, bro. I should have sold moments before every sell and bought moments before every buy, but you know what? Not everybody's as cool as you.
All right.
The people in between hold. You only sell in a bear market if you're a good day trader or an illusion noob.
Oh.
In zero-sum games such as this, traders can only take your money if you sell. So I've had some whiskey. Actually, on the bottle, it's spelled whiskey. He then passed out, not realizing the profundity of his own words, because everyone had recognized the hodler in themselves,
I'm
too.
hodling.
To me, GameCube is a man who finally cracked the code on not just Bitcoin, but life in general.
Right.
You can't make a bad decision if you never decide.
Exactly.
You can't have a regret if things could never be different. And of course, what I've now adopted as my golden rule, your girlfriend can't leave you for another man if she's cheating on you with a woman. Now, unlike your girlfriend leaving you, one thing you can't solve by just saying no is data brokers getting their hands on your information.
Oh no. So like, I appreciate this video, but I still don't know anything about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
This didn't explain anything.
Hold. Do not hold.
He said something about stock to
Whatever.
flow, and my brain just went.
Yeah,
like,
very nice.
Like he was talking, it was just like wah, 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 wah. And like,
one thing I like is that all their models are color coded.
yeah.
And then when they explain them, they use big words. They're like, right, when the model goes up, it's green. When it goes down, it's red.
Yeah.
I can follow this without your words.
I know, I get it. Green is good.
Yeah.
Red is bad, and blue is neutral.
And you have no mathematical function to determine where the cap is on this, so it's probably bullshit. You're making the rest of it up.
Yeah.
The future graph is always just bullshit and I make money.
It only goes up from here, guys.
I could have told you that. Hey, to my guys that have Bitcoin, we have some Bitcoiners in our community, by the way.
Okay, give me one.
We had some people sell, we had some people hold, we had some people lose, and we're out there, dude. This is the Wild West, and so good luck to you.
If you're a Bitcoiner, give me one.
Okay. Yeah, just a single one.
Just one. I just want one Bitcoin. So I can say I have a Bitcoin.
Next time the line goes real low, I'm buying, regardless of this bottoming out or not.
We met that one guy who had his own cryptocurrency, but it was a cryptocurrency backed by beer.
Beer, yeah.
Yeah, you got a cryptocurrency and a beer.
And a beer.
Which means that really the currency was the beer. But the point is, he had his own cryptocurrency, and that was cool. Let me know if you guys know anything about cryptocurrency, but don't get pedantic about it. Okay, I don't, in layman's terms, okay?
No.
All right?
Write a fat ass paragraph.
No, don't do that.
Go hard.
No. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Yeah, but if he does that, then you're gonna invest like you're 5. Explain it to me like I'm 65 and I look like gold.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh no. Thank you guys so much for watching this video with us. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave your reaction requests and recommendations down in the comments below. And other than that, peace out, ho biscuits. It's SkittenSays. Stop it. Get out of here. Turn the camera off.